Hola guys and girls, and welcome to a new kind of video, because here I want to talk to you about Keyforge, my new passion and my new card game of choice when it's about playing some trading card games. Or not actually trading card games, but let's not jump too far into it yet. So, this video is just so all the subscribers which have no idea what Keyforge is get a basic understanding what it's about. So when I upload later content about it, you're not completely puzzled on what's going on. So yeah. Keyforge is an actual trading card game. It's a real game. There's like not a digital game with that. There are real cards out there, and I have them. I have a few decks of them. But what is so special about Keyforge and why I love it so much? So first of all, I'm a pretty big trading card game fan. I played Magic for the Magic the Gathering the longest part of my life, and yeah, now it's time to jump into something new. And I specifically talk about Magic because Keyforge is actually from Richard Garfield, the inventor of Magic the Gathering, so that already piqued my interest and I want to definitely give it a try. I bought a few decks with my friends, we played a little bit. I was on my first event just yesterday, and yeah, I love it a lot, and I want to bring some Keyforge content to the channel, so that's why I'm talking about here. So, Keyforge is unique, and I mean that literally, because what the main selling point of Keyforge is, barring its gameplay, is that it's a unique deck card game. That means there are no booster packs. The only thing you can buy are decks, little decks, the 38 cards, and they are all unique. And by that, I mean each deck consists of a combination of cards you won't find anywhere else. Every deck you buy is unique on the world. There's not even language-wise. There's not like there's a version in each language for each deck. This is like, of course, a German deck, because I bought in Germany. I'm German, by the way. So yeah, it's not like this deck exists out there in English and Spanish as well. No, this deck, the combination of cards I hold in his hands, only the guy of this deck, currently it's me, is allowed to play, basically. You can't, there's no deck building. On every single card, they have a unique name. You can see it right here. In this case, it's Kämmere Gesetz ganz, German name, so don't worry about pronunciation. And they have a unique deck back with color and scheme and stuff. And on every little card, it's a print on the front as well again, so it's not like you can like cheat the system and try to build a deck even though you're not supposed to. So that's a unique selling point. That changes a lot of things you would usually expect of a trading card game. There's no real trading card game because you can't trade cards. The only thing you can theoretically do is trade whole decks with each other. But yeah, that's the main selling point of Keyforge. Now about the actual gameplay, usually from the classic ones like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what you do. You try to beat down your opponent. You try to get his life points to 0. This Keyforge is a little bit different. In Keyforge, it's more of a race for resources. Like the name suggests already, you're trying to forge keys. First player does that 3 times wins the game. To forge keys, you need Aember, and to get Aember is basically the whole game. You use creatures to reap Aember, you play cards to gain Aember or steal Aember from your opponent. So that's basically what it's about. I don't want to go too much in detail about all the rules and shenanigans. That we can learn all about that when I go to my deck discussion and actually get you gameplay videos. This is just so you have a rough idea what it's about. In Keyforge, each deck consists of 3 houses. There are 7 houses in total. Like you can see right here, they are shown right here. In this case, it's Shadow, Sanctum, and Mass. The 4 missing are Logos, Dis, Untamed, and Brobna. These are like the 7 houses. Each house is very good at one thing usually. Like Logos is very good at drawing cards, Brobna is all about the big creatures, and Shadow is very good at stealing things. So yeah, each house has its niche, and each deck has a combination of 3 cards. Other big difference to Magic in Keyforge is that you don't actually have like something to cost. Like you don't have mana, you don't have play lands, tap them, get mana, and then you can only play one per turn, and then you need more mana to play like the big cards, like big creatures or strong spells. You need a lot of mana for those. But yeah, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's similar. Like the big creatures, you have to sacrifice their tribute monsters, so you have to sacrifice something to play them actually. Keyforge doesn't have that. And each turn, you actually you declare one of these 3 houses, and then you can play every card on your hand from this house. Let's say I have 2 Mass cards, 2 Sanctum cards, 2 Shadow cards. If I declare Shadow at the beginning of the turn, I can only play the 2 Shadow cards. The other 4, they are stuck on my hand. Same with the cards which are already on the board, like creatures and artifacts which might be on the board. You can only use the creatures and artifacts on the board from the house you declared. So I could have a board full of Mass creatures, but if I declare Shadow, I'm not allowed to use them. I can only play Shadow cards and use the Shadow cards I have on the field. that's basically how they try to balance that. But yeah, that's basically Keyforge. Very simple, very short explanation. And yeah, that's basically all I want to talk about. If you want to know more, like if you want an actual rules video, advice video, something like that, let me know in the comments. This is new territory for me, doing these kinds of videos. Like I said, I want to do deck discussion videos, talking about actual decks, what they can do, what combos are in this deck, and why I like them, why I don't like them, and then some actual gameplay with those decks. That's what I currently planned. But if you want to have more in detail what the rules are and all these shenanigans, yeah, you can just hit me up in the comments or somewhere else, and I can talk about that. But other than that, you can check that out in the online as well. But yeah, that is Keyforge. Very quick explanation. I hope you did enjoy. The next video will of course have a bit more meat to it than just this. Like I said, this is just a very introductory video, so you have an idea what Keyforge is once I actually upload the actual content about Keyforge. But yeah, that's all for me. I'll see you another time. Ciao.